I've never understood this desire that people have, that they want to fit in so much that they're like, I have to become normal. That doesn't make any sense for two reasons. Number one, no matter who you are, you can fit in somewhere. And number two, why would anyone ever want to be normal? I've thought this way literally for as long as I can remember. Being called weird? That's a compliment, because the other option is being normal. And being normal just means there is nothing noteworthy about you. I mean, genuinely, if someone tried to compliment you by calling you normal, would you take that as a compliment? I know I wouldn't. I would go, oh, I guess I'm not doing anything. They're just not gonna remember me, I think. I mean, no one has ever gotten anywhere by being normal. One example I can think of is Steven Spielberg's Catch Me If You Can. From literally the opening scene, you can see that Frank Abignale Jr. is tearing the label off of a bottle, which is, maybe semi-normal, but it's definitely not normal because it's not like he was just doing it. He does this often. As we see later in the movie, it's a habit, a tick that he continues to do throughout his entire life. And in many ways, him being weird like that, it's just something in his brain that's different. It's not that, you're gonna get cast out of society for taking labels off of things. It's that the fact that he's even thinking of doing that, and that's something that he spends time doing to begin with, shows that something is different about him. And later on, it helps him out because he's getting caught, he hands someone his wallet, but Frank Abignale Jr., if you know anything about the movie, has no reason to have anything in his wallet, but because he takes the labels off of things, his wallet is still full. So without even opening it, it feels like it's a normal wallet, it looks like it's a normal wallet. You would think that it has all of the things in there. And it's this same different working in his brain that makes him, not take his wallet back. And he's like, no, you can keep that, because he wants to be chased. Not only that, but he takes the labels, like the stickers, off of toy airplanes, and that helps him make the fake checks. And he would not have thought of that if he was a normal person. A normal person, sure, they're gonna think, oh yeah, I could probably scam the bank, I could probably make fake checks, I could probably this and that, but they're not gonna be good enough at it that they're stumping the entirety of the FBI. A normal person's not gonna be, like, even in the context of this movie, a normal person would have either just chosen to have custody with his mom or his dad and just live with his mom or dad and keep going to school and whatever. But if he did any of that, he wouldn't have had this fire under him that he needed to make a living, and he wouldn't have been in this circumstance where, in order to make a living, he has to, scam because he's not old enough to get like a real job. So along each step of the way, you can see if he was normal, he wouldn't have come to the point of scamming millions and millions of dollars out of the bank, and then he wouldn't have come to the point of not being caught for years and years, and then he wouldn't have, all of these different things. And if he was normal, even at the end of the movie when he's in jail, he wouldn't have helped his, basically lifelong nemesis to identify other people who are doing check fraud. And the real Frank Abignale Jr., if he was normal, there would be no movie about him, and he wouldn't have made millions of dollars after the movie helping banks make checks that are harder to fraud. And I mean, you can think of any example of this, The Social Network is a much less charming example. Mark Zuckerberg would not have been so successful in making Facebook if there wasn't that different thing in his brain that also made him cut his partner out of the company. And obviously, that sucks that he did that, but it's because his brain works differently like that he even was able to make Facebook something successful to begin with. Because if earlier he had just gone, oh, I guess the servers are full and they're crashing, nothing I can do about it. He goes out and he's like, I need loans from the bank. I need to make servers. I need this and I need that. And he works relentlessly throughout the movie. He's wired in, as they say. And those are just my 2 examples of this quick thoughts. Don't be normal. Don't try to be normal. Try to be yourself. It will get you way farther than trying to fit in ever possibly could. Or as I'd like to put it, I will succeed because I'm insane. Alright, well, catch you next time.